Alrighty, let's get started. Alrighty, good morning everybody. Today I am in Elk Township. We are at Elk Creek, Big Elk Creek State Park, and we're following a trail that runs along Big Elk Creek, and that is pretty much the plan for today. I'm just going to hike along the creek, just take in some of the summer sounds and vibes, see what's growing, see what's flying, and see what's along the creek. Just a quiet little summer hike. Small trickling little tributary feeding into Elk Creek. So over here we have some flowering yellow jewelweed right along the this ridge over here. Yeah, there's a whole bunch that are flowering along here. There's a pretty view up the hillside, the cornfield up there at the top. Over here on the right we have some beautiful ferns, and up here we have some white wood aster looking quite beautiful. Oh, this is interesting. The back of the ferns, you can really see all the spores. Where'd it go? Here it is. Yeah, I mean, you can see all the spores on the bottom side of the leaves of the fern. I don't know if that's coming up on the camera. Sycamores over here on the left. Here's the creek on my left, but it's so overgrown you can't see it. And the other problem is that the property on that side of the trail is private property, so it may present a problem. Not that there's any access points anyway. Up here on the left, Looks like we have some garden phlox, pretty pinkish magenta colored flowers. And cross over this little bridge. It's really old. Could be a sycamore. Not sure what kind of tree this is, or was. This thing's huge. That is way bigger than any tree around here. There's a offshoot trail over here on the left. Okay, we're gonna head down to the creek. Make our way through this little path here. Big Elk Creek. Okay, so straight ahead there is a little snake in the water. Not very big. Let's see if I can get him on camera. Slithering away. He just went right under that section of grasses over there. So all along these grasses here, there's a handful of snakes that are within there, within those grasses. There's one that's kind of moving around. Let's see if I can get him on the other camera. catbird. Go check out, see what's over here. Sycamore bark sort of doesn't make a lot of noise when you step on it. Here, a bullfrog. So here we have some pretty yellow cutleaf coneflowers. Looks like a lot of the stalks were damaged during recent flooding. Yep, there's some fish in there. Tiny little fish. So over here we have some wineberries growing on this bush. And behind this wineberry bush, we have some old ruins. Looks like parts of an old wall, possibly. Old stonework with a random brick attached to it. Oh, and there's some more stonework back there as well. And actually a chimney or something going back up over there. So possibly a house was here at one point. I do know that there were some mills along this creek. There was a sawmill, and there's some more ruins over here. I can really see that wall. All right, that's really big. There's that wall going up over here. You can see that, and it extends all the way over there. So I'm wondering if maybe this is one of the mills that was here. I was thinking about coming back here in the wintertime and seeing if there's any remnants of some of these mills. I know there was one up by where I parked, but I think on the other side of the road. And there's one on the other side of the creek further down the trail. And I can't remember what was back in this area. I remember looking at an old map from the 1800s. So could be interesting to come back here in the wintertime and check some of this out when all this stuff is not here. All this underbrush. You got some tiger lilies, look like, growing back there as well. Do a little exploring, a little side trail here. See what's up here. A little steep. Oh, thorn bush. Wow. Okay. Trail sort of goes on, but not really. Interesting. This is a good wintertime trail. If you look back here, you can see more remnants of that old building. It's interesting, you can see the surrounding ridges and hills as get more of a perspective of the trail heading more into a gorge with the creek. It gives you a much different perspective being up here. All right, let's head back down onto the trail and move on. I'll try to do this without falling. I think I'm going to go to the left. It's less steep. Piece of cake. I go trip over a rock all the way at the bottom. Nice. Smooth. Alrighty. You can hear this little tributary, I'm assuming, right here. Alright, so up here on the left, some more ruins. A lot of stonework. There's a little trail that goes up to it. That's surprising. It gets this much foot traffic to it. This is right along the creek. If you look up the window, it still has some of the wood framework from the window. Should we take a look inside? They must have left the air conditioning on. There's kind of like a little bit of a cool spot in here. Feels really good. You can see the holes somewhere. Holes over there for what would have been the floor, first floor. And then this would have been the fireplace over here. It's amazing that that one piece of wall right there is still standing. It's pretty incredible. You see down there, little doorway that would have given you access to the basement. Pretty cool little spot. But definitely worthwhile coming back to in the wintertime and checking this area out. It's piqued my interest. Alrighty, moving on. Over on this side, you got a really nice bank of ferns. It's quite lovely. Fence has seen better days. So I noticed along the fence as we were walking by a whole bunch of different types of mushrooms. You have more over here. Just interesting that they're growing along this one section where this old wood fence is, and over here, I believe this is witch hazel. I am not 100% sure about that, but it's got these like pods that are growing on the leaves. I don't know if you can see that. There's one there. Alright, moving on. Other side trail. Let's see where this goes. It looks like a little bit of a meadow. Trying to regrow some trees. Creek runs down along there. So down over here we have some red clover growing. Bumblebees seem to be attracted to that. And we have some fleabane over here. Yeah, so over here you have some bindweed flowers. They're kind of sprinkled out throughout the floor of this meadow. Down here you have some wood sorrel growing. All kinds of plantain. It's cool down here. It's like a cool breeze. Whoa, almost stepped on that poor butterfly. Should have been watching where I was going. Oh, there's another little butterfly. Alrighty, that's going to wrap it up for today. Thanks for joining me here at Big Elk Creek State Park and this quick little hike along the creek. Beautiful day, nice, quiet, nice scenery. Overall, really nice. Intrigued by the ruins. Definitely gonna have to come back here in the wintertime and check them out. So, we'll plan for that. Do a little more research, and that'll be cool. Yeah, so thanks again for watching, and I will catch everybody at the next video. Peace.